I wanted to update everybody on the egg that I'm hatching by hand. With my pigeon, she's also sitting on it, but when she takes a break, I hold it. And here's a candling I did, and this would be day 7, about day 7, I believe. As you can see, it's growing. It's about the 7th day, I believe. 10 or 11 days to go. It's alive, it's viable. You know, it's growing, it's definitely growing. And if you move the egg, you can see the embryo move. It's working. The only thing that I'm sort of worried about is, from what I understand, is as you get closer, you know, to the point where it's going to hatch, a lot of times that's when it fails. So we don't know if the egg is going to work out. For Remy's sake, I hope that it does, because she is really obsessed with it. You know, it's not a 50-50 split. If I was a male pigeon, I'd be sitting on it 50% of the time, where I'm probably holding it. When I hold it, sometimes I'll hold it for a half an hour. She needs to take a break. She needs to eat. She needs to go to the bathroom, take a bath, whatever she needs to do. I'm holding it. She's going right back to the nest. You know, so she sees that I'm a lousy pigeon husband. You know, I'm doing my best, though. If I needed to hold, in the first like 2 or 3 days or something like that, there was a time that I did hold it for like 3 hours. I slept with it like 3 or 4 hours, something like that. So it is working out, and the lower end of the temperature for incubation for a pigeon egg is 98.6. So it is alive. Look at it again. It's about the 7th day, I believe. 10 or 11 days to go. That's alive. Everything's going good. Like I said, I'm just sort of worried that at the end it might screw up, but right now it's going good. And my plan is, as we get closer, I am going to keep candling, and I'm also going to smell the egg, because if it's rotten, you'll smell it. So if it dies, it'll rot within 24 hours, whatever. I don't really have the exact date that we started doing this, but I'm sort of looking at my YouTube channel and where I was at a certain point, and then when I came into Brooklyn and when Chip laid the egg, and I think this is about the 7th day. So we're looking at 10 or 11 more days to have a baby, I almost said a baby chicken, but a baby pigeon. Then I got to start worrying about that too. The male pigeon helps feed the baby, so I have to help out with that too. And I'm already like, I'm going to get KT Exact as a baby bird formula, and going to take a syringe, cut off the end, and then take like a balloon, and then you poke a hole in it, and then the little bird's beak goes into it. I'll show everybody what I'm doing, but that's the method that I'm going to use. So it is alive. She's doing most of the work. I mean, honestly, she's doing most of the work. I'm more nervous than anything. I am. I'm afraid I'm going to screw up, Wish us luck. It's going good. Wish us luck for Remy. It means so much to her. It does. I can tell. She's 5 years old. She's been laying eggs, sitting on them. I've been taking them away because it's like they're not fertilized. Finally gave her a fertilized egg, one of Chip's eggs. And you could tell there's this like biological need. I want to be a mom. Good. Good, Remy. You can be a mom. And we will keep this pigeon. That's the plan. We're going to keep this pigeon. Chip and Casper, they're mating right now. I would imagine she's going to lay an egg, and after they do it, it's about 10 days, and then she'll lay the egg. So another 7 days, they're probably going to lay an egg. I got a couple choices. I could give the baby pigeons away after they're weaned, and they can leave the nest. I can give them away as gifts. Maybe sell them as hand-raised birds for $100 or something. Make sure that I'm in there handling the birds, making sure that the birds are comfortable around humans, But this one is definitely going to like humans, because, Remy doesn't care. I can take the egg out of the nest, hold on to it, and put it back. That's sort of unheard of. Like if she laid an egg, if Chip laid an egg, and then I took the egg out of the nest and put it back, she might not sit on it. or if I move the nest, Chip's nest, that's it. They're not going to sit on that egg. And I saw that early on when, when Remy laid her first few eggs, like if the egg was moved, then she stopped sitting on it. Right now, I have such a tight relationship with Remy. I have her in a carrier, and the plan is we'll just go upstate. She'll be sitting on the egg in the car. We'll go inside. She'll still keep sitting on the egg. If she has a baby, we'll transport it that way. Remy, she totally trusts me. So it's working. It's working. And like I said, if this doesn't work, we'll give it another shot with one of Chip's eggs. I want the best for Remy. I got Casper, Chip's husband, because I wanted Remy to have a normal life. And she just didn't want to have anything to do with him, really. She's just like sleeping by me, eye to eye. I wake up and there's Remy's eye, like next to my eye, When she's ovulating, she's like, I'm sleeping on the bed and she's like, rubbing her beak against me, and like it's crazy. It's crazy. She's a great pet. I couldn't say enough about Remy. I love the bird. I think she's awesome. She is. Pigeons make great pets, and they're more stable than a lot of the other companion birds. Like, they're more stable than a raven, a crow, a parrot. They are. Nothing really flips them out. Like a parrot, I'll give you an example. Like if there was a parrot cage here, you had a cage that you kept your parrot in when you left the house, and it was right here. There was no picture, okay? Now, the parrot is on the other side of the room, and then all of a sudden you come over here and you put a picture up, it would flip the bird out. The bird would totally be flipped out and might not want to go back to its cage because you put this painting behind it. They're not that stable. They're very, very smart. They're a smart bird, absolutely, but all birds are smart. That's true. The term bird brain is just, it's ridiculous. They're dinosaurs is what they are. Their brain is just different than ours. But talk about like having the ability to figure shit out. Yeah, the birds have that. Some birds can figure out language. I talk to birds, not like I talk to dogs. Dogs, well, sometimes I talk to dogs in a certain, like, sounds human to a lot of dog trainers I know, and a lot of dog trainers probably think that, I don't know, they probably badmouth me and everything, but, I consider them friends, and I'm human, so I do talk to them, but I do realize that they only understand tone, okay? So you really should keep it to just single words that the dog is conditioned, sit down, whoa, here, good boy, no. But, if you're going to talk a sentence to them, it's just going to be blah, 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 blah. And I'm not saying that sometimes I do that. Sometimes I do that. So anyway, birds, you can talk to them with English, and they start picking up what words mean. It's a fact. Look at, what's her name, Irene Pepperberg in, I think, University of Arizona, something like that. Her parrot Alex, and shit. They have all kinds of birds down there that they're studying language with. So I'm going to give this back to Remy, and she's going to sit on it again, and she's doing an awesome job. Keep your fingers crossed. Day 7, that's what I think, and that's what the candling looked like too. Because if you move the egg, the embryo's moving a little bit. We'll see.